Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and let's pause for a second. Welcome back to Ghost Trick. It's been a couple days, sorry about that. Was sick, explained a little bit more in the other videos. Basically, I was sick, and after getting off being sick, I was a bit busy, but we can continue our adventure. So as a quick recap, last time we managed to save Camilla. Yeah, Camilla was saved, but this other guy got squished. And he might be possible to save both of them if we can get that rugby ball closer, aka football for Americans. Silly Americans. Alright, Missile. Your powers are the key this time. Okay, I'm ready! I can swap anything that has the same shape. Just call on me if you find anything you want to try. Probably the best thing to do is just try a bunch of things and see how it goes. And if I see something we can swap, I should use the dog icon. Okay. So we got a trowel. Okay, that's how we talk. I'm sorry about all this trouble, Cecil. If only my paw could reach a little further. I could have swapped that big lump one more time. Swapped it with that rugby ball in the tree nearby. That's alright. That's what we're going to do now, together. I'm going to give it my best. The first thing to do is to find a path to that rugby ball. Alright, so, yeah, we're kind of stuck here now, I just realized. Oh, that didn't help much, did it? Did I screw something up? I can't go anywhere. Huh? Are you coming back to talk to me again? No, I wish you would talk to me. We could discuss the gods. Oh boy. I just came this way without giving it much thought. Crap. But now there's no cord for me to get back. You failed to follow the path of the gods. Maybe I better start over. Dang it. I can't believe I screwed it up that quick. Okay, so let's go that way this time. And figure out what we could possibly do to succeed in our goals now. Look at that tire. Can't even roll. So yeah, he's doing his thing. Maybe we could somehow... Would you look at that? There sure are a whole lot of round things around here. Oh boy! That means it's time for me, right? Oh boy! My hair is also round! Let's see, to use Missile's powers, I just touch the Doge icon. I'll try it and see what happens. So, okay, yeah, there we go. No, that's not what I'm trying to do. Oh, I see, I'm in the baseball. Okay. Oh no, I could switch the baseball and the tire, right? I would imagine. It's kind of hard. There we go. And swap. Sure, that'll ruin his plans somehow. Maybe. Woo, there you come already. I swore to myself not to repeat my mistakes. Mistakes? When somebody's in trouble, you should lend them a hand. Otherwise, you'll definitely regret it. And now the recklessness of youth has taken over, giving me lightning fast speed. I've been thinking. If we could stop this man from running, maybe he wouldn't get squished? It won't be easy to stop me once the recklessness of youth has taken over. Stop him, eh? Okay. So what could we possibly do now? It's too heavy, the seesaw won't budge. Maybe because of the swap I made. I guess the little ball is about all the weight I can handle. So I'm trying to figure out what we could possibly obtain, like that, of use from this. Okay, so those two can't be swapped, unfortunately. I thought maybe we'd be lucky and they could. Well, there's a rugby ball. Look at this funny flattened ball! That doesn't much help us right now, does it? It's the same shape as that horrible Mino. But it's too far to swap from here. Even this ball is starting to look horrible to me. We have to find a way to get this ball closer to that Mino thing. Knock it down from the tree, I say. There must be something we can do. I don't know. Apparently these papers aren't the same size, even though they look like they are. Oh, but that basketball. Okay, I didn't think about that. What is that going to do? Well, that just swapped it. That just swapped the tire. That didn't do too much. But maybe, oh, I see. Maybe we could move the basketball. It's so heavy I can't move it very much. Maybe because of the swap? Yes. I guess a little ball is about all the weight I can handle. So maybe we did want to keep the big tire on. What do you think of my lightning fast pace? I wish you would knock it off, that's what I think. We don't have time to repair. I think we're going to have to find a way to stop him from running. As far as I can see, the only way to do that is to use the playground equipment. The what? You know, the seesaw, the swings, those things. Precisely. Except there's one more piece of equipment to be exact. Stop him with the equipment, eh? Maybe I should rethink things here. Like, I get we can swap things, but I'm kind of... My only guess is maybe the tire is going to slow him down somehow, and we should try something with that. Or here's another idea. Maybe the tire, if we put it in there, would be too heavy for him to continue to start the circly thing, and maybe I was just too late. I don't know. It's an idea. Or maybe not. Maybe we should just keep the tire on the seesaw. Okay, I have no idea if this is gonna do anything at this point. Tell you the truth, I'm pretty stumped. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. We have to get Cecil out, I think. Oh, darn it. Now everything's all messed up. I don't know if this is gonna do anything. No, that's not what I wanted. Not quite. Yeah, I'm pretty stumped. I'm gonna let it play out and see if they give me any better tips towards the end that I can't think of. But I might have to do some work for this one. Does the box itself... No, that doesn't have a cord. Just wanted to be sure. Cecil, help! There's nothing in reach to swap Mina with! We're too late! Darn! I guess we'll have to start over again. So yeah, it appears to me that the goal is, at this point, we'd be able to swap it if we somehow got it down here. Maybe on the seesaw, perhaps? Or somewhere else, I don't know. Splat. Alright, any parting words of, possible help here? If I can, I'd like to take advantage of that guy's strange way of traversing the park. But he runs through so quickly! I am very quick indeed. Do you think you can stop me? We have to think of a way to stop him from running. Running isn't the right word. More like hopping. They keep mentioning that, but what could we do to stop him? He doesn't seem to trip on anything, which is what I was thinking. So, I don't know. Let me just take a really quick look at something. So apparently, this isn't nearly as hard as I was thinking. And apparently it has nothing to do with him, like, tripping on anything. So let's head over here. This one's probably one of the easier puzzles once you know what to do. Like, from what I can tell, there's no real anything weird with timing or anything much. Like, this one's pretty straightforward. So now that he's on this, apparently, if we jump, we can get in there. Which may be a little bit difficult. Hopefully we can do that in a timely fashion. There we go. We can do a trick on here to slow him down. Wow. I didn't see this coming. Don't you know the first thing about the globe climber? Huh? Even little children treat it with the respect it deserves. They know that unless you spin it gently, there's no stopping it. Yeah, it does look pretty dangerous. It looks like I'm just destined to fly through the air like this for a while. This just might buy us some time. Maybe he'll just keep spinning around like that for the whole 4 minutes. I'm sorry, but I don't think I would stand it for that long. But anyway, at least we stopped him from running for a while. Let's do what we can while we have this chance. So we need to get up to here, if we can. Just like before, and open that umbrella. Or close it, as it were. And then open it, but first read that. Wow, that was so close. If it hit the ball, it could have knocked it down. Is that all this umbrella can be used for? For knocking the rugby ball down? Don't forget about my powers. And don't forget about my recklessness of youth. Okay, so that doesn't really move it anywhere, but that does get it into a good position to swap to our other friend. And I think, yeah, we want to trade the baseball for the basketball. Now we need to get back down. Can I spin it again? No, it's happening again. Maybe I should get off, but it's too late for that. Dang it. You gotta move fast on this one. There we go. Nope, not there. Oh no, yeah, I can move it, but I've gotta wait until he stops spinning to move it. So maybe I shouldn't have sent him flying around again. Oh well, not my problem. Oh well, I'm just gonna ride it for a bit more then. Oh? I don't know, that was pretty darn close. Wow, I did so not see that coming. I never thought the umbrella would catch the ball. Did you see that? The tree branch, it shook a little. I think I saw it shake too. If it only shook a little more, it would knock that terrible rugby ball down from this terrible tree. Maybe it just needs a little more weight. I'm sure we can do this. We just have to put our heads together. Everything looks good so far. We just need one more step. Yep. Apparently, if you try it with the baseball, I guess it doesn't go high enough, and the tire, I guess... Or no, if you try the baseball, maybe it probably goes too high or something. And the tire doesn't go high enough. However... No, that's not what I'm trying to do. If we swap these now... That's too heavy. There, we moved the ball. What do you think, Missile? With the ball there, I think I can do it. In just a few seconds, you'll swap Mina with the leaf. And then from there you can swap Mina one more time. The final movement is near, Missile. Are you ready? You bet. Alright. So, gotta get up here. Well, I guess we can't do that yet, but we've got to wait until it starts falling. We probably have to wait for that one thing where it automatically switches us into ghost mode here, yeah. Okay, watch me, Cecil. Here I go. The finishing touches. You can do it, Missile. Swap Mina with that ball. Oh, don't let you go back. You can't physically screw this one up. Well, at least you're not dead. There, how's that? My head has been spared. Although it's probably going to fall over on your body next. Truly, that was a try worthy of the gods. And now Mino is right where he belongs. In the trash. We did it again, didn't we? Didn't we? Indeed we did, Missile. Now nobody has to die. Except for one brave little somebody. Huh? I'm talking about you, Missile. Oh, me? I guess you're right, I'm still dead, aren't I? So now let's go back and save your life. Wait a minute. What is it? Now that I think about it, I think I want to stay dead a little longer. What? When I was alive, I couldn't even help Miss Camilla when she was in trouble. I want to be able to protect Miss Camilla by squishing bad people. And to do that, I need these powers I have now. I see. Perfectly understandable. Even I wish I had powers like that. Hey, we just saved you. Don't wish your life away already. Oh, of course, you're right. Okay, Missile, have it your way. By the way, Mr. Reckless Youth, there's a certain detective who needs that music box you found. When we get back to the present time, could you give it to her? Certainly, you have my word. Let's go back then to the present. Let's see how it looks. That tire's still up there? And so Camilla ended up in the hands of the kidnappers. We weren't able to change that part. Lynn listened to my story without saying anything. I'm sorry. I wish there was something else I could have done. No, you did the best you could. I'm sure she's alright after all. After all, she is me. Missile? Are you in there? No, that's a leaf. Miss Lynn, leave Miss Camilla to me. I know I don't look like much right now, but I'm sure I can help her. Missile? Eek! Missile, please! Miss Lynn! You should have swapped with Mino. Although then you might have actually ended up killing him. That would have been really tragic. I'm going to leave it up to Missile. It kind of looks like Missile is being left up to the wind. Ooh! I have something to give you! Da-da-da! Stop the park from being turned into a housing site. Protect the park, the Rock of the Gods. Aren't you forgetting your promise? Oh, pardon me, pardon me. Sorry, I forgot about the other thing. My apologies, this is for you. Oh. Well, thanks, I'll shove that in my pocket. You kept the music box safe, didn't you? Thank you. Not at all. I was only doing what the Rock of the Gods would have wanted. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? He's mesmerized by my beauty. Hey, the cat's not allowed to get your tongue. Uh-oh. Oh, something bad's gonna happen, I'm sure. Excuse me, but are you... No, it couldn't be. Have we met before? Aren't you that little girl from that time? I'll never forget it. It was 10 years ago in this park. Oh man, it all links back together. Are you talking about... Uh-oh. Oh, we gotta learn stuff. What is it? Here in this park, the gods surely control fate. Today, 10 years from that day, we meet once again. If that isn't the power of the gods, then what else is? It could just be coincidence, but how could it be coincidence? But apparently you know our lady detective here. Can you tell us about it? About what happened 10 years ago? Yes, of course. I was actually about to do just that. Alright, well what about this Rock of the Gods you keep talking about? Don't you know, it's right there in front of us. It's Mino, right? Yeah? Missile. Wait a minute. You say G-O-D-S, but do you mean D-O-G-S? Of course not. Don't be silly. This is no time for ridiculous word games. You are standing just above the Rock of the Gods now. Take a good look at that monument. Monument? Oh, is that thing in the ground? Rock of the Gods, Timzik Park. The Rock of the Gods. Yeah, that was that thing that he'd linked to or something. The rock is buried in the ground right there. It's been there these 10 years. Ever since that day it flew down from the heavens and showed us a miracle. A miracle? Don't explain too much. So this rock you've been talking about is a meteorite? Precisely. It dropped from the sky on that day 10 years ago. Yes, of course. Surely you know about it. Me? Okay, what do you know about her 10 years ago then? That day, I just happened to be passing through this park. I had no idea that that day would change my destiny. The sun was going down, and through the gloom, I heard the scream of a little girl. Eek! Now just calm down and drop that weapon. Stay back if you come any closer. I'll shoot her. I peeked out fearfully from the bushes and saw some shadowy figures. I didn't see the face of the criminal clearly. I knew I should do something to help, but I couldn't move. The tension was just so thick. It was painful, just when I couldn't stand it any longer. That was when it happened. The sky suddenly burned bluish white. Ooh. I didn't hear about this one before. When it crashed into the ground, the meteorite gave off a shower of beautiful fragments. And then I saw it. One of those beautiful fragments pierced into the criminal's back. Wait, so Zhao didn't even shoot him? The judgment of the gods was brought down on the park that day. "10 years ago, the little girl that was you was saved by the Rock of the Gods." Oh my, I can't believe it. The Rock of the Gods was given the name Temzik, and still today, it lies sleeping deep in the park's earth. I feel like that's gonna have something to do with the ghost tricks, of some sort. I never knew about this, Temzik. I always thought Detective Zhao was the one who saved me. You were very young then, and you passed out from the shock of being taken hostage. Of course you wouldn't remember. But that's funny. A huge incident like that should have caused quite a stir. It's strange you never heard of it, Lin. It is, isn't it? But now that I think about it, I remember I didn't want to think about what happened. I avoided the news and I never came back to this park again. That's why I didn't know anything about it. The meteorite was named Temzik after the name of this park that it fell in. And then the Rock of the Gods was forgotten. Now an awful thing is happening. They're talking about turning the park into a housing site. I'll never forget the miracle I witnessed that day. And so I've taken up residence in this park, and I'm trying to appeal to the people. Protect the park, the Rock of the Gods, that is my mission. I see. I'm taking you with me, Missile. So 10 years ago, the little girl that was Lin wasn't aware of the meteorite. I get that, but Detective Zhao, on the other hand, there's no way he didn't know about this Temzik thing. And if he knew, and the man died, I took his life. What was that confession of his all about? The Rock of the Gods that fell from the skies 10 years ago changed the destinies of many people's lives, like the ripples on a pond when a pebble is dropped in. With every answer I get, I learn about a new mystery. Will I be able to break the chain of mysteries before dawn? Will you? Anyway, that's all the evidence we now have the evidence we need. We decided to meet up again at the minister's office. Besides, there's a few things I want to ask Detective Zhao. Quite a few things indeed. Here's this box. We found the music box, Detective Zhao. Good job, Lin. I knew you would. Once everything had been resolved, I had wanted you to give this to him. Him? You mean Inspector Cabanela, right? I don't suppose he'll ever forgive me. Detective Zhao. Now then, let's get this thing open. There's a certain knack to doing it, you know. Ripping it apart with your bare muscles? See? He calls that a knack? Looks more like brute strength to me. Is that the gun? Here you are. Don't point that at your face. you should find scorch marks on the grip. Scorch marks? When Camilla built her contraption, she used a special kind of string. It's a kind magicians use. It burns up in an instant and disappears. Why would little Camilla use something like that? I don't know. Maybe it's because she's a detective's daughter. Not leaving any evidence behind and all that. Haha. In the case report, there was mention of some scorch marks. Yep, and there goes everything. And without the gun in place, I guess scorch marks might have been a little bit hard to actually lead to anything. When it happened, Camilla was watching from her hiding place. She saw the flame run to the gun, something she naturally didn't include in her design. I took the gun out of the frame and replaced it with a picture. If you remove the picture, you should find scorch marks behind it on the frame too. And those marks should match up with the ones on the gun. In other words, it proves the contraption existed in that room that day. And it didn't work the way your little girl intended, is that right? Exactly. Some cowardly culprit modified the design. But that angle was never brought up in court. And so, as Justice Minister, I must call off the execution at this point. I knew I was right. It wasn't Detective Jowd. Now we can finally prove that. Thank goodness. Thank you, Lynn. In those eyes of yours, I see the eyes of that little girl from 10 years ago. I'm sure we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Unfortunately, that's going to be it for tonight. That puzzle ultimately wasn't that hard. Just, guess I didn't put enough critical thinking into it or something. Anyway, thanks for watching, and, maybe we can get some more evidence and, I guess, find out where Camilla is. Kinda need to do that and figure out the mysteries. Thanks for watching. Bye!